Well, well, well. Degens aplenty. How y'all doing today? Excuse me, got a burp. Gotta be quiet, I gotta boost my gain some. Do not want to wake anyone. Ayo, ayo. Okay, how about you? I'm doing well. It's late. And I was in the mood to stream. Wanted to test out my new microphone. Probably sounds about the same. But I think it sounds a little better. Oh, cool. Good. Yeah, I've done a few things to try to dampen the sound. Dude, I got the Shure SM7B, baby. I also got a boom arm, so it's like, it's right up in here, you know? It's right up in the face. Dude, it's pretty good. I still think I'm going to use my Rode NT1A for voiceover stuff. We'll see. I'll probably do some tests and see what I like more. I think the Shure SM7B is way better for streaming just because it picks up way less. But the other one I feel like I can get more vocal inflections, but I've only done a few tests with it. Well, chat, you might be wondering, Raz, what the fuck? Ross, thanks for the sub. Wait, what the fuck, Raz? Why are you awake? I mean, I'm always awake at this point. I'm always awake. You see me shitposting on Twitter, you know I'm awake normally at this point. But it's been a while. Damp that sound gets up in there. You're saying I have damped that sound? Or my new mic damps that sound? Like I'm watching a VOD. Anyway, it's been a minute since we've done a late one. Pancake, thank you for the gifted. Yeah, I think the last late night one we did was in August. I think we did two. We did an Alien Isolation one, and then we did one where I just talked for like 3 hours. It was fun. Good time. But back in the day, back in the start of the Rasputin streams, this was what it was. Raz stream started at 11 Central. That was just the norm. Every stream started at 11 Central. So a little bit of throwback. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to stream now. I have 3 reasons. One reason is I know there's a lot of people who follow me on Twitch who did it because they're nice and they like me, but they're never awake to watch me stream. So this is for you. Hey, Steve. This is for the degens and oceanic folk out there. This one's for you. The second reason, I wanted to see how many viewers I could get when streaming at a time that is not when I normally stream at all. Just trying to figure out what works. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sure if people are coming to my stream because of the time. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure that stuff out. Just trying to learn. So there's that. Trying to figure out how many people I can get at any time, so that maybe I can switch up my time. 2 a.m.'s your peak. Yeah. I don't know. Just want to be able to be flexible and figure out what works best for me and viewers. The third reason is that I'm trying to get partner. And I can try to explain it to you, but it's going to sound dumb. So I applied for partner on Tuesday. And I needed 12 days of concurrent streaming. This is the oh god, Chad. I need 12, not 12 days of concurrent, 12 days of streaming in 1 month, right? And 30 days. And I had 12 when I applied, right? So I sent my application, had 12. Great. Great stuff. And then guess what? Sent it in, didn't review it that day. That's fine. Didn't review it today or Wednesday. That's fine too. That's how it goes. But my worry is, now when you look at my Twitch stats, in the last 30 days, I've only done 11 days of streaming, because one of the days that was there on Tuesday isn't there anymore. So I'm like, all right, well, I stream on Thursdays. I'm still going to stream at my normal time at 2. Still going to do the normally scheduled stream. But I was like, what if the Twitch partner committee wakes up Thursday morning and they're like, oh, who's this first on the pile, Rasputin? Oh, he's only at 11. Denied. Fucking denied. No. Only 11 streams in 30 days? So this is me 5-heading it. You stream before they can wake up and deny you. The fourth reason is I want to play a short hike, because I like a short hike, so I'm probably going to do that. And, I don't know, we just have fun. Have some fun. There are, I mean, I don't know how many there are actually here. My stuff says there's 70 people here right now, which I'm a little surprised by, to be honest. But yeah, short hike is fun. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to figure out what I want to play. I feel like that's just an easy, chill game with some nice vibes, you know, that we can play without getting too serious. Probably shouldn't watch. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about spoilers for it, to be honest. But if you are, that's fine. So 3 p.m. streams start while I'm still at work. Yeah. I gotta figure out what makes the most sense. Because here's the thing about Twitch is it's stupid. The thing about Twitch is it's dumb and hard, and I hate it, but I love it. Alright, the thing about Twitch actually is, like, it's a competition. Ultimately, Twitch is a competition. And I'm probably at the phase where I'm not competing with that many people. Right? Hey, Fox. You could just tell. Smell it in the air. At this point, I'm not competing with that many people, right? And I think a lot of people from YouTube come and watch me, right? Who maybe don't watch a ton of Twitch. I don't know. Let's see this. Other than me, do you watch much Twitch? Yes or no? We'll do a poll. And this is like, sure, if you watch Twitch every once in a while, that's fine. I'm saying, like, Do you watch Twitch every day? That's what this is really asking. So other than me, do you watch much Twitch? Yes or no? Let's see. Danuke, you're the YouTube viewer? Oh, you. I'm saying like about every day. Do you regularly watch people who aren't me? Every weekday? Brave Knight, how you doing? It's going well. We're just doing a late night fucking chill stream. I watch like you, Perry. See, Trey, I would say then you would say no. Cause you watch friends. Yeah, you're not really watching streamers. When someone I personally know is streaming, yeah. Peek in chat for a bit, yeah, for sure. So I used to be like that, but then I kind of just became a Ludbud chat. All right, so 17 people said yes, 12. Yeah, so I mean pretty even. So a bunch of you no, and a bunch of you yeah. I mean anyway, Twitch is a competition though, for the most part. I'm not super in that competition at this point, but you know, I notice if I stream past like 6 o'clock, I notice a dip in my viewership. And that's usually around the time when big streamers go live. It's not a ton, right? And I'm not really at a level where it matters that much, but it is competition. So yeah, I think that's why I normally stream at 2 p.m. Central Time, is because it's not like a very busy time for streams. Do both find out a general viewer geographical location? I mean, I can. Fights Ludwig. I mean, I would. I'll fight Ludwig. I don't watch every day, but I have a set of like 6 or so people I rotate through. Yeah. I pretty much watch Friends and Ludwig. Hugsy, thank you for the 100 bits.
Your YT bits. Feel like you got me interested in video essays on YT and General C. Glad I could make it to one of your streams. I'm normally sleeping at your regular time.
Hugsy, this stream's for you. This stream's for you. Thank you for the bits. I'm glad that my stuff has made you enjoy video essays. I mean, isn't Ludwig really short, so would it be a hard fight? Anyway, I was saying something. I usually stream in the afternoon just because that's not a super popular time. I'm not in competition with a lot of people, but also it's like, you know, I think that's all what I'm trying to figure out is when's a good time for me to stream, what works best for me, and also what works best for viewers. And I'm trying not to get too head-assy about when I stream or my streaming meta, but it's certainly a thought, you know, it's certainly something that I try to pay attention to. I'm only doing video game essays because I actually watched your Game of Thrones video as my first Rasputin video. Wow. Well, cool. Yeah, no, for sure. I have a bunch of other plans that aren't video games. Right now, it's a lot of video games in the near future, but I don't know. I want to do some other TV show stuff for sure. Don't want to compete with others, but you want the best time for the most. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's the thing. The best time for most of my hey Barry, the best time for most of my audience would be 6 p.m. right? But then essentially, I have to be streaming at the same time as some of the people who I watch, and that's the idea. I have to be streaming something that is more interesting than what they're streaming, or just be more likable to certain viewers in order to not lose people, right? And that's when it becomes a little harder. And I'm not in super big competition because I'm still, you know, small pennies comparatively. And I feel like a lot of the base of my chat is pretty pretty loyal. Loyal. But a lot of you, you know, like my shtick and my chill, you know. So might not be abandoning for a big streamer. But still, something to consider. Schedule all over the place, pretty new, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I have an idea for a School of Rock video, but I don't know how to make it because I want to use all the licensed songs in School of Rock. And I feel like the video would be bad without it. But also, like, I can't. I can't play Sunshine of Your Love. Vimeo, true. My wife and I have been watching How I Met Your Mother. And I kind of want to do like a breakdown of that show. Kind of want to do to that show what I did to Game of Thrones. But obviously it'd be different. And How I Met Your Mother was never as good as Game of Thrones. But still. I was even thinking of naming it How and How Not to Kill a Character. Stream when you want. Yeah, that's fair. But I think I do want to grow my stream. Like, I do want to have, I mean, there is a point where I don't. But I do want to have a bigger stream and be able to do some cool stuff with it. So, you know, I have to either figure out how to be slightly competitive, right? How not to kill an ending. Yeah. Chat, the alternate ending of How I Met Your Mother is really good. I mean, it doesn't really work, obviously, with the finale, but if that show had ended that way, it would have been pretty good. I have seen a decent video, actually, defending the ending of How I Met Your Mother. And it made me think about it. It made me appreciate what it seemed like the creators were trying to do. But I still am like, eh. How they botched the ending at the 10-yard post. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you can appreciate what they were trying to do, which is that, like, you know, I won't give too much spoilers for How I Met Your Mother. I feel like most of you don't care.
Jim Jam Bim Wham donated $5. I wanted just to show appreciation to you for your content. Your Finding Meaning in Music video resonated with me a lot as a person from a small town in Wisconsin, going into the wild.
Jim Jam, thank you for the $5. Hell yeah, small town Wisconsin. I won't ask you where you're from because I don't want to dox you, but Wisconsin's great and a weird place to be. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that video resonated with you. Letting go is important, but still hold for a few decades when you're changing. Okay, I missed some stuff because I was listening to that. To my roommate, the question is, she got stopped watching since because she's like, I know the ending, it doesn't matter. See, the thing is, How I Met Your Mother, the ending never mattered, in my opinion. Never seen your dad get angry at any piece of media except the ending of How I Met Your Mother. To be honest, haven't seen it, don't have plans to. But yeah, the theme that it's trying to go for. Well, I hate the ending because it fucked up the theme of the last season, which is that letting go is important, but still hold out for a few decades. So I mean, that's one theme you could go for. I think you're right. But also I think they were kind of like, we want our theme to be that love is still valuable even if it's not permanent. Right? If you care about How I Met Your Mother spoilers, mute for the next little bit and we'll tell you when to unmute. 0 people have muted. But right, Barney has a line. All right, 3, 2, 1 spoilers. Barney has a line where he's like, it wasn't a failed marriage, it was a successful marriage that only lasted 3 years. Right? And you know, maybe that's not the best view of it, but you know, it's that idea of like their love wasn't unimportant because they got divorced. Like their love for each other, Robin and Barney's love for each other, mattered for that 3 years. It just wasn't a lifetime love, and I think that was supposed to catapult into Ted found the love of his life with the mother, but also is allowed to move on and have a different kind of love with Robin. I think what I agree with you on, Fox, is like the entire last 3 seasons of that show are convincing you that Ted and Robin are terrible together, that they don't make sense as a couple, that they should just be friends and they shouldn't date. So then after the 3 seasons have spent all that time telling me that they shouldn't be together, to see him with the blue French form, I'm like, I just don't give a fuck. There's an entire episode dedicated to a character letting go in the last season, which they backtrack on 4 episodes later. Yeah. With like Robin floating away or whatever the fuck that was. What's the point of the story he's telling his kids? So that is the one thing I did kind of like about the twist. So the reason he's telling his kids, and like the twist kind of is, that he's telling the kids the story so that they're like, oh, you should date Aunt Robin. Like that's the whole point, really. The story's not actually about how he met the mother. It's about like him making sure they know he loves the mother, but now that she's dead, like, spoilers, that is okay. Yeah, I think that is one thing they didn't foresee, Fox, is that people that they would nail it so well with the casting of the mother. You know, that they would just nail it, and have a perfect casting for her and make her so much more likable than any, like, I kind of hated the last season, and when I say that, I mean if you just take every shot with the mother, I think it's probably like the second best season of the show, which is only like half of the episodes. I said spoilers. Also, I don't really care. I don't really care about spoiling How I Met Your Mother. Some shows, I think, just lose the ability to not talk about spoilers. And I think How I Met Your Mother is one of them. Yeah. Dave, thank you for the water. It's okay. It's very mid 2000s. A lot of not great jokes. A lot of stuff that you wouldn't be surprised to see in a mid 2000s show. Barney's humor ages really bad. Yeah, it's a kalimba on the desk. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, Barney's humor aged super bad. A lot of transphobic jokes too. And a lot of homophobic jokes as well, which, you know, I mean, it is, I think it was a weird situation, right? With Neil Patrick Harris being one of the leads. Like, I wonder if they put a lot of homophobic jokes in there thinking like, well, we have a gay actor as one of our leads, so we can make these jokes, you know? Like, I don't, or if they were just didn't real, I don't know. I mean, it's mid 2000s stuff, so that's what most of it was like. Shit was yikes not that long ago. Thank you for the hydrate. Lost equals worst show ever. Never watched. Yeah, it's weird. They pulled the I have a black friend with their gay lead. Yeah. It's not muted. I don't know. Lots of stuff. I don't know. I mean, Love Scrubs going back, there's a ton of those jokes. Yeah. I shouldn't act as if How I Met Your Mother is the only show that had it. Like, that the only reason they had it is because NPH was in it. Because, like, all those shows had that sort of thing. But yeah, it's yikes. Hey, Lecro. Does Seinfeld have much of that? I'm curious, yeah. Scrubs has a weird sexual joke about Rudy Giuliani. Old-timey cartoons are extremely racist. At some point, you have to view something as a product. I mean, yeah, you always have to think about what... Oh, Friends? I think Friends might be one of the worst of them. I mean, it's always going to be a product of its time, and I think sometimes we forget how new a lot of the things that maybe we don't even think are progressive anymore are. Right? Like, you know, you only need to look back 10 years to see like Joe Biden not be sure on gay marriage, right? Like it's only 10 years ago to find those quotes. You know, and a lot changes. Now he's giving, you know, speeches that acknowledge trans people, right? So times change and people change. See you, player. I don't know why it's all gone quiet, but the chorus progressive was ending was progressive at the time. Yeah, it was. Breaking Bad season 1 acting like weed was over. Yeah. Todd being gay or not was a joke / plot in Scrubs. One of the worst hate jokes. Yeah. F-Star was used so much like a decade ago. Yeah, for sure. Things have changed. I mean, I've also been, yeah. The norms have shifted a ton quite quickly. And it's weird to look back. And I'll be honest, like, you know, I think a lot of those jokes, especially when I was first watching these shows, were jokes I never got or understood. So I think that's why it might be part of why I don't remember them. So then to go back and watch, I'm like, what? Like, why did you publish this? What were you all thinking? You fucking idiots. But yeah, television was different not too long ago. Epitome of bi character means sex grade in media. Yeah. One of my favorite songs from one of my favorite bands. Really hard to listen to. Yeah. Just got here to hear you fucking idiots. Stardew Valley soundtrack's good shit. Other recorded. Yeah. Oh yeah, people can. Yeah, every all 0 people who muted can unmute. Thank you, Dis. Spoilers over. Yeah. They've been over for a minute. Hopefully no one actually muted. Todd not... What's that? What's the deal with that? You're saying when Scrubs was purchased by Disney? I don't know much about that. But yeah, I mean, rewatching How I Met Your Mother is interesting. Because I feel like it was coming out around the time that The Office was really pushing in popularity, and then shows like The Office were starting to pop up, you know, like Parks and Rec. The sitcom was dying. The sitcom was kind of reaching its last leg. And I think because of the frame of How I Met Your Mother, they're able to do a lot of really interesting storytelling shit, honestly. So it's kind of been fun to go back and watch that. I do think, though, the best of that is all in the first 2 seasons. And then there are some good moments going on. But I think once it got to seasons 3 or 4, they realized they were a hit, and they're like, we're going to go for 9 seasons. So then they just started doing shit that was like, stop, don't, please, this sucks. And that's frustrating. Favorite game made by a single developer? I can think of 2. Can you name some more other than Stardew and Undertale? Anxious about asking a girl out. Help me, Raz. Live up to your namesake? What do you mean, my namesake? 2006 cons kind of normalized the punching down, for sure, that we see assholes use nowadays to justify jokes. Yeah, they're just slurs or bigotry. I feel like it kind of went like sitcoms, and then you had 2 things branch out from that kind of comedy. One, I think, is the good kind of comedy, which you started getting in stuff like The Office and Parks and Rec, that kind of started to move more towards like wholesomeness. Not to say that those shows never mess up, but sometimes they do. But I think a lot of times they kind of went for this more wholesome, help the little guy vibe. And then you had, I think, a lot of cartoons that keep punching down. You know, obviously I think Family Guy is a show that has run in line with all those mid-2000s. I mean, Family Guy's been on the air for so long, and I think, you know, that's what they made their career off of, was punching down. Anyway, let me. Bob is used, made by a single guy. Paper Piece, Obra Dinn. True. Lucas Pope is a fucking brilliant dude. Phasmophobia. Yeah, Phasmophobia is okay. Phasmophobia is okay. Fez, I have not beaten it. Dwarf Fortress. Doesn't The Office have a lot of sexual harassment? Even makes it a plot point. Yeah, they do some problematic stuff with Michael, for sure. I think, yeah. I mean, you're right, for sure. It is not perfect by any means. I think it's that early Office, they had that stuff, and then we're like, oh, we don't want to make all our characters super hateable. But yeah. Hey, Miles, how you doing? Friend who loved Braid. Think that, yeah. Obra Dinn would be my answer, by the way. Season 1's pretty rough with it. American Office. I mean, British Office has it, yeah. The thing with the British Office is, I think, alright, yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna, don't click that link, chat. That's a ban. That's something sketchy. PRJ, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Office is really weird because Michael being shitty incentive is sort of the point, but it wants you to still like him, which is, yeah. Yeah, and I think they're better about it later. See you, Pink Asparagus. But yeah, I don't know a lot about the British Office, but I feel like he's just supposed to be unlikable, right? Like, he's not supposed to be as redeemable. Like, Michael's supposed to be this, like, schlub idiot who says and does things because he thinks they're funny because other people have conditioned him that way, who you're supposed to feel bad for. Cringe humor. Haven't seen either, yeah. Just some British. Yeah. Michael is supposed to be a bad person because he's a child. Right? Like, that's how that show reads. Is Michael's supposed to be a bad person because he's a child. Where I think in the British Office, he's a bad person because he's a bad person. with me in the room as my brother watches it for the first time. I caught the season after Michael was gone. Then I caught the earlier seasons later. I hated it. I went, who the fuck is this? He was like, well, the main character. Yeah. Michael is an acquired taste in terms of being able to deal with his fucking shit. Aside from Avatar, my favorite cartoon. That's a good question. Good cartoons. Let's look it up. I don't know. I feel like I don't watch that many cartoons. Office and the Princess Bride, most loved combo on Reddit. I mean, Princess Bride deserves it. I enjoy The Office, but I'll be honest, I'm struggling to think of another cartoon that I really like. Yeah, I like Korra, I guess, but I don't know if I'd call that my second favorite cartoon. SpongeBob, not a big SpongeBob. Oh, anime? If you're talking anime, Naruto, obviously. Oh, Kipo's good, but I don't know that I'd call Kipo my favorite. We are fighting dreamers. What are my favorite animes? I like Death Note, but I haven't watched Death Note in forever, so I don't know if it's actually good. Yeah, I've watched some Gravity Falls, it's solid. I watched She-Ra, I thought She-Ra was pretty decent. Have not watched Hunter x Hunter. Have you watched Orange anime? No. Potato chip scene though. Simpsons is a classic. It's hard to say The Simpsons because like the thing about The Simpsons is only 30% of it is good. And like the 30% that's good is like chef's kiss, you know? But every year is just bringing down the average. I haven't watched much anime recently, to be honest. You can ask about books later. I'm gonna keep trying to talk about shows, but I do like that question. I liked Full Metal Alchemist a fair bit. I really liked Ping Pong, the animation. I thought that was a fun show. What else is good? What else is good? Steins Gate? Have not watched. I watched some... One Piece is too long for me to get into. I've heard good things. I've heard really good things. I just can't. I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't know. I started watching My Hero Academia. I liked what I watched of it. It's just like a faster Naruto, though. Without Rock Lee. Well, I guess the main character is Rock Lee, really. What else? What else was good? I mean, Cowboy Bebop's pretty solid. It's all like basic ass anime though. Any financial tips you'd give a 21-year-old fella? Are you in college right now? I've not read much Terry Pratchett. Rock Lee, the only character that keeps to the major theme of the early series. I couldn't keep up with Shippuden. I don't even know what the late themes are. But I'll tell you what. The first like 100 episodes or whatever of Naruto before the filler arcs start. If you just cut those episodes like in half time-wise, perfect show. I think there's a really amazing show inside of Naruto. Inside of the very subpar long-ass shonen anime, I think there's a really great show. Okay, not in college. And you want financial advice. So, I mean, one thing, you're not paying tens of thousands of dollars for college. So, congratulations on hopefully not being in debt. Going to community? Okay. Plan going to community. Probably going to be less expensive. Also good. Are you working a job? Have you ever watched Log Horizon? No. Yeah, so I was watching Shippuden, and like pretty much every 10-15 episodes there would be like an arc with like Crystal Ninja. And that's when I was like, oh, this is filler. I'm done. Okay. And how much do you mind me asking how much money you're making a month? If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But I can get a better idea of, your financial situation then, to better be, I'm not a financial advisor, so this isn't real advice, just what I would do if I were you. 40% of Shippuden's filler. Amount of filler in shonen anime is why I switched to almost exclusively reading manga. Yeah, that's what I did with Naruto for a while. Just read manga. Pancake, have a good night's sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Couldn't make it through Shippuden. Yeah, just too much. What show was the most impactful to you as a kid? As a kid? It's a good question. I don't read much manga now. I would just read Naruto. Shows as a kid. Did I watch a ton of shows as a kid? I mean, Avatar kinda, but that was when I was in high school, so I don't know if that counts. Was I a kid in high school? I mean, I really loved Rocket Power. I don't know that I'd say I like connected with it, but I really liked that show, and I think it influenced me a lot. See, I think the easier thing for me to point at as like a huge influence on my life, I kind of mentioned before on the video I want to do, is School of Rock. School of Rock fundamentally changed my life. I am who I am today because of School of Rock. I do not think Rasputin exists had name redacted, not seen School of Rock twice in the same day when he was in 7th grade. It's a lot, I know. You should really get mad at Jack Black. I think, and I think the movie, okay, so you make $1,300 a month, give or take. Okay. And how much of it are you spending on rent? But yeah, I think the movie holds up well. I think Jack Black in that movie is actually a good teacher, the kind of teacher that every kid wished they had, a teacher who believed in them. And I think that movie drove me to want to be creative. I think that movie for a long time influenced my music taste, which has far evolved beyond it. But my music taste, like a big thing, the reason I ever started making videos was making music videos to like Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones and different things from AC/DC. And also, after seeing School of Rock, I became a big Tenacious D fan and would make music videos to Tenacious D songs. There is a video out there, these things exist I mean, not on the internet, thankfully, but in my closet somewhere, that maybe if I hit some big milestone, I'll show, because I wasn't often in them. But of like a tribute music video, like a music video of tribute. You know, these things exist. That's how I first learned how to video edit. Gotta go, 2-hour drive home and should concentrate. Crimson Guard, have a safe drive. Thank you for stopping by. Anywhere from 800 to my mom helps some out. Okay. Always pay all. Okay. So you're saving a couple $100, right? You're saving like $200. Just shattered my elbow 2 weeks before moving home. I had to rewatch Finding Meaning of Music with a new appreciation. Would you shatter your cordial, your cordial, what's it fucking called? Cordial head? CPRJ. Working more and whatnot. Hey, thanks again for the sub. I appreciate you. Cordial head fracture? Is that what you had? That's what I had. Radial head. Okay, I had the cordial head, I think. It was bad. Okay, so you save $100. You're 21. Spending a lot of your money on rent. Financial advice. What I would say is, I don't know much about stocks. Don't do any stocks to get rich quick. Don't get in on the GameStop stuff. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. What I would say though is, if you're gonna, with the amount of money you're saving, I think, like, if you're gonna invest, be investing in skills. Whether it be be using your money to improve skills at different things, or get into certain hobbies that you find enjoyable and can also use to be marketable for stuff in the future. You know, I don't think you have necessarily the kind of excess money to like be investing in the stocks, right? I don't think that's going to be super worth your time. But yeah, spend stuff on learning some skills, or save up for community college. What I would say is, you're 21 and it's okay. Focus on what you need to keep moving forward. Focus on what you need to live. And it's okay if you don't have a massive head start moving forward. Stuff like that. You know, I guess it also depends. What do you want to do? What do you want the next? I don't want to say what do you want to do for the rest of your life, because I think that's a stupid question. But what do you want to do for the next 5 years, right? Or 5 to 10 years. I think about that. I just got started editing, doing AMVs, so I'm psyched when I can work on AMV. Yeah, for sure. Never did AMVs, but I tried to write a Naruto fanfic once and afterwards quit writing forever. No, don't get back to writing. Fanfic's fine. Nothing wrong with fanfic. I think that's what trained me to cut at the beat. Yeah, good skill to have. What skills did you invest in when you were younger? Video editing, video and audio editing. I bought a camera. I bought Final Cut. I bought like a audio interface to be able to record stuff. I would make music and I would make videos, and I use that. I do that all the time now. It was a good skill for me to learn. Knowledge will get you far. Knowledge can help you gain wealth if you use it wisely. Thanks. I feel like a loser for not being in college. I mean, you don't need to be on the same path as everyone else. You know, I think that's fine. Yeah. It's not a race. It's hard. It's hard when you're comparing yourself to other people. That's always a losing battle, because there's always going to be hundreds of people, thousands of people who are just further on a specific path than you are. And it doesn't matter who you are. You know, like, even those people, everyone has someone that they look at and they're like, damn, I'm so far behind. it's just always going to be a losing battle if you view it that way. So I get it. I don't want to say, hey, you're not allowed to have that emotion. Like, I'm not saying that, but I think give yourself some credit. You know, you are working a job, you are supporting yourself, and there's things that you want to do more. There's things you want to better in your life, and you have time to do that. You're 21. You have time. 34. Almost every high school, college mate I've already known has families and so on. Still single. Yeah, life doesn't start or end. Yeah, it's not everyone's at a specific timeline. Life is not a race. And if it were, like, I'm gonna run slow. I'm not trying to get to the end. Good morning, Jonas. I feel like that all the time. I only just now started streaming and putting all my skills to use. Yeah, it's nice when you kind of have those click moments of like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, someone asked where I got the name Raz from. I played the game Psychonauts as a kid. The main character in that is Rasputin, and I liked the name. So then I wanted to name everything Rasputin, the way he spelled it, Razputin, Razputin. But it was taken everywhere. It was fucking taken everywhere. So I changed it to what I viewed as the German version of Rasputin. And then I made a YouTube channel when I was like forever ago. Like, it's just the name I filled in. I wasn't trying to be a YouTuber named Rasputin. But I put out a video and didn't change the name because I couldn't think of something better. And I was like, whatever, I can change it later. And then I didn't. And then every year I was like, huh, should I change my name? And then I had a video pop the fuck off. And I was like, well, I can't now. And then I had another video pop the fuck off. And I'm like, well, now I definitely can't. Found that one, dude. You don't know this story? I feel like I've told it a bunch of times recently when you've been around. It's fine if you don't. Life is a race, but it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you only have to compete against yourself. True, but marathons you run slow. Hey, Red Tab. How you doing? You never know what's going to blow up. No, you don't. So, no, that's fine. I just wasn't sure. I got the bang in my head. So a friend, sorry for all of you who have heard this, a friend ran a show called Tentacle Wrestling on, at the time, I think it was Justin TV, or it was before Twitch. And he would have a bunch of YouTubers. He would use a WWE game to have a bunch of YouTubers wrestle. And I was one of them. I was one of the people that got put in that, and no one knew what I looked like, so he just designed my character to have a bag on the head. And as I didn't have any good branding idea, by the way, I have a plan for a future stream where I go over the previous iterations of Rasputin branding. I think that'll be a fun little thing, so you can see how far we've come, chat. It's a ways. But yeah, he put a bag on the head, and I was like, hey, that's distinct enough. So I commissioned somebody to fucking give me a picture of a boy with a bag on the head. Doing good, just finished playing Journey for the first time. How do you enjoy it? Is the kalimba on your desk from Yumi Yuki? No, it's just a kalimba. I bought it because I like Avatar. And here. Wait. I don't have enough notes to play the rest of it. So wait, let's... There we go, here. Fuck. See, I want to hit like a, but my thing doesn't have enough. Anyway. Just because of the show. Yeah. It's so good. Pumping the tires of my bicycle. Now the air pump is stuck in the tire. Damn. No good. No good. So chat, I gotta ask, for those of you who are here a bunch, does my mic sound noticeably different? Well, here's the thing. Avatar's not actually an anime. It's an American cartoon, and Scooter, though, I to get to your point, that's not a hot take. The hot take is that it's anime. Do I think it's an anime? I don't think it's an anime. True. I am closer, and I am speaking quieter and have the gain up higher. We'll do a more distinct test tomorrow. You're right, chat. You're right. I have this idea for a video, and it's why I got an Omnicord. So I'll have to make it. I'll have to actually make it at some point. I like Adventure Time, but I've probably watched 30 episodes? Maybe? Like maybe more, but low. Relatively low. Like there's hundreds of episodes. I probably watch about 30. But anytime I hear music from Adventure Time and hear some of the songs from Adventure Time, even though I don't even fully know the context of them or where they're from, I feel nostalgic. Like I get this wave of nostalgia for this TV show that I feel like I shouldn't be nostalgic for. It's not something to fully absorb. True. I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, is Voltron an anime? Maybe people would say it is. Is Kipo anime? I don't know about nostalgia, but I really like some of the adventure. I mean, I like them too, but they make me feel nostalgic. Omnicord, I hardly know her. New Voltron. I haven't watched it. I mean, it's made by a lot of the same people who worked on Korra. Does it have to be from Japan? I mean, it's all semantics. Yeah, I'm just talking about New Voltron, I guess. Weird how anime and Western cartoons have created a giant feedback loop on each other. True. Nostalgic sounds are totally a thing, really random, but a lot of Childish Gambino's older songs do that. Yeah. See, that's interesting. I think you're right, because I think something about listening to those songs for the first time made me feel nostalgic. I think a perfect example of that is what's the song? It's the last song on Camp. That Power. Yeah, when he's like telling the story of the bus, he's like feels like I never got off it. Like, that made me nostalgic. That made me so nostalgic for, like, you know, my own summer camp experiences and just being young when I first heard it. And now when I hear it, I'm nostalgic for when I first heard it, and I'm not nostalgic for like that time when it's an interesting ladder, I suppose. I get nostalgic listening to Zelda music just by never playing a Zelda game. Okay. Have you seen the trailers for Psychonauts 2? Yeah, I've tried to avoid a lot of them, honestly. I know I'm gonna play it. That's my, that's my logic. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna play it, so why watch a trailer? I think people think anime because cartoons have different genre connotation. Yeah. Does depend on which specific version you're talking about. So what I'll say about Avatar is, if someone calls it an anime, that's fine. I don't really care. I feel like it's genres are stupid. Right? That's ultimately it. Genres are stupid. And we use them to have a better understanding of things. And if someone calls Avatar an anime, it's like, then you know the style of which to expect. For me, when someone says anime, I'm thinking something that was originally written in Japanese. I'm thinking of a show with lots and lots of static shots. I'm thinking of something that's writing is not done by Americans, right? The storytelling structure of Avatar is way different than the storytelling structure of most anime. Because while yes, it's inspired by Eastern ideas, it's still using Western television formats, all of its cartoon, that's fine, but you still imagine calling it because it's different. I mean, people do. I don't know, but also I'll tell you what, as someone who majored in English, I think it's a big thing knowing how something's written. I think that changes it a lot. I mean, maybe you don't need a different name for it. But right, like Samuel Beckett would fucking write his plays in French and then translate them from French to English and then have them perform. Like, I think that sort of thing's important. Like, it is important to know, I think, the language that something was originally written in. And if you want to use a term like anime to distinguish that, that's fine. Has Asian culture but not anime culture. Very true. So yeah, I mean, I feel like while maybe some of the animation looks similar to anime, and obviously it's influenced by Asian culture, it doesn't feel like an anime to me because of how the storytelling beats work, because of it not having like any tropes of anime. That's how I view it. But also, if someone calls it anime, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck? Dark Souls is a roguelike, okay? Also a certain feeling that's just different from anime with it. Yeah, for sure. Champagne only comes from a specific region in France, otherwise it's sparkling water. Have you watched Ruby? I have I've watched the first season of Ruby. Maybe the second. I think I stopped watching Ruby after Moneyom died. And I've caught a few bits and pieces and seen some clips on YouTube and read some synopsises and watched H-Bomber Guy's video on it. Not for me. I don't think it's for me. Anime versus cartoon to me is like, why naan bread or chai tea? It's basically calling it the term of the country of origin because other people don't have that type of bread. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Language is stupid. Language is stupid. Especially English. Ruby isn't bad, but what frustrates me is that it feels like it can be so much better, but it just, yeah. Yeah, I know English too. I mean, here's the thing. Language is so malleable. Language changes all the time. And like, think about some of the things you say every day. Right? It's the basic. Like, I'm not the first person who will say this to you, but calling facial tissues a Kleenex, calling lip balm chapstick, calling other Q-tips, calling what do you call Q-tips? What's a Q-tip? They're not for your ears, though. A swab? Yeah, I guess. It's 8 a.m. in Ireland? Well, it's only 2 a.m. in Wisconsin. Cotton swab? But, yeah. Cotton buds? In Ziplocs? Freezer bags? Or just zippable bags? Zip bags? You know what I mean? My point is, so many things have dumb names. You know? Wisconsin represent. We're out here in the Milwaukee area. Oh boy. Say any word out loud continuously for long enough and they all sound fake. Because words are all true. Rip, don't murder me, please. You ever go to Cops? Good burgers, huh, bro? Chat. Should I have started playing a game now, or are we just gonna get rid of the pretext that I might play a game and just listen to Stardew for another hour and then call her a night? Is that the thought? Michigan is better than Wisconsin. No. No. Dude, Michigan sucks so bad that part of it is trying to escape to Wisconsin. And that's like the best part of it too. Onomatopoeia is probably closer to real words. True. Because they are just the imitation of the sound. Yeah. Alright, we're getting a lot of messages. It's been so long since I had Cops. Me too. It's good shit. Dang, really out here shiny hunting, and you brought me to full stop. Do you have a time frame for the journey stuff? No time frame. I was thinking about maybe starting it on my birthday, but I don't know. It's such a big undertaking that I gotta be careful when I start it. Otherwise, I'm gonna get burned out. After finishing high school, spending more time communicating and developing unique slang with friends on the internet. That's fucked you up your speech so much. Now when I see people in real life, they don't know what I mean when I say things. Yeah, I feel that. I pick up so much slang from people all the time. Is cheese in Wisconsin actually good? Yeah. I want to stay, but I gotta do an exam. Though I might be able to skip it. Go to your exam. Do your fucking exam. Best of luck, this. Yeah, I just finished Queen's Gambit a couple days ago. Good show. I mean, it got me a little intrigued about chess. Chess is kind of fun. Chess, I don't know if you knew this, but there might be a reason that people have been playing chess for hundreds and hundreds of years. 1v1 me in speed chess. Do you have a chess.com, Pine? Yeah, I'm gonna lose so bad. How much time? How much time, Pine? Like 30 seconds? Chess is too much brain for me. Me too. But it's fun. I mean, there's some fun stuff in it. Alright. Let me know when you have it. Run a prediction for it, your Pine. Yeah, we'll run it. We can run a prediction. Yeah, just let me know when you're good. It used to be bad shit. But yeah, Queen's Gambit was pretty fun. Started looking at chess like the logic puzzle makes it easier. Yeah. I mean, chess.com has all these cool... I haven't tried any of them, but it has all these cool... like problems, right? Like it's like, here's a puzzle you can solve, and I think that probably helps you a lot. Used to play Battle Chess 3000. Hell yeah. Someone asked about cheese. Chat, do you know my idea? My cheese idea? My cheese curd idea? Have I talked about this publicly? I think it's the coolest and pettiest idea I've ever had for a video. Maybe I haven't talked about it a lot. All right. So Wisconsin, we are quite famous here for cheese, you know? When people think Wisconsin, my guess is the order of thought is cheese, beer, and the Green Bay Packers, maybe? That's my guess. So I had this idea for a video. Oh, rather, I didn't have this idea. This thing came up. It was right before Gaming for a Non-Gamer took off. And it was being run by a company. I'm not going to say the name because they didn't hire me, so no free clout. I was job searching, and there was this job that was being put on by a company who essentially, you know, is a food delivery company like Grubhub. I'll shout out Grubhub. It's not Grubhub, but it's like Grubhub. And they were doing a thing where they were hiring someone to travel across Wisconsin in search of the best fried cheese curd. So I applied. All right, I'll tell my story and then I'll play it. So I applied for this position. At the time I had like 60K subs, so I thought like, hey, I mean, I got an audience. They were looking for someone with a social media presence. I had just posted some really dank shit posts at the time. So that probably didn't help my case. And they went with someone else. So I was like, I'm going to save up some money, travel across Wisconsin looking for the best cheese curd, search for a sponsor who's a competitor of this company to sponsor the video, and then put it out. And then COVID happened. so I it's been delayed. But so my rage for not getting hired for something I wasn't really qualified for has gone away a bit. But I still want to make the video because I think it'd be really fun. But yeah. Anyway. Are you just Iron Pineapple? Yeah, this is my plan after Pine Vivo. Why are you Pine Vivo? Yes, this company must have manufactured COVID to make sure I couldn't put up my video, those bastards. Alright, I sent you a friend request. I don't know if it'll show up. Make sure you add Viva's got. I'm bad at chess. I really want to be good, but here's the other thing. I don't want to take the time to get good. You know what I mean? I just want to be good. You'll see it in a second. I'm just setting stuff up. Thoughts on Culver's cheese curds? They're fine. They're alright. I mean, they'll get the job done. But like, if we were doing a tier list of cheese curds, they're like C. You know, I mean, they're fast food cheese curds. Like, how good can a fast food cheese curd really be? The answer is not. Alright. What did you say? You want to do 1 minute? Or 30 seconds? Oh, well, let's do 1 minute, I guess. Alright. Okay, chat, the focus is happening. Do I need to hit play? I'm white, so I gotta move fast. Queens move, okay. Fair curds are from a local restaurant in Janesville. Nice. You want to DM me the restaurant so I can put it on my list when I make my video? I don't know. Maybe go to play. Oh, here we go. Oh, you're up. Says it'll auto abort and you gotta move. You gotta move. Oh god. Oh god. We gotta threaten. We gotta wait. We gotta threaten. Shit, chat. I can't think. Fuck. What am I doing? This is so bad. I don't know chess. I don't know chess. Okay. This is bad. All right. Take for take. Cool. Got yours. I gotta move faster. Fuck it. Fuck it. Threaten. Make him move his bishop. Threaten. Threaten. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Alright. Oh god. Oh, I'm so fucked. He's moving so fast. We just gotta go. Okay. Fuck. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. I should have done anything else. He missed it. What a fucking noob. Shit, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. No! Shit. Alright, best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. And then I'm just gonna get back to chilling. This is kind of fun though. Speed chess is kind of fun. Alright, I'm white this time. Ready, set, go. Fuck. What am I doing? We love good moves. Shit, we love bad moves. Oh, fuck. He's... Okay, I'll trade you. I'll trade you. I'm not even afraid. I'm not afraid. I gotta start pre-moving. Fuck, that's a bad trade. Shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Took way too much time on that one. Shit. 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 I'm too slow. I'm just too slow, chat. I just moved too damn slow. Check. Bitch. Take it. Alright. Good. He didn't pay close enough attention. Fuck. Fuck. No. Move. No! Shit. Dude, it's so hard. Sorry, chat. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring you. Alright. Fine. We'll have to do some more of this later. This is actually really fucking fun. GG. Ironically, thank you. I'll have to check that place out. Not that I'm there, not that I'm in Janesville often, but alright. Thank you, chat, for watching the speed chess. That was fun. Used to mean, oh, see you, gamer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Honestly, the thing with playing for a minute is I was trying to look for moves to actually put me in a good position when, like, the real strategy is you just move, right? You just move and hope that you use less time than the other guy. You know, that's how he beat me twice. It's just, you gotta play it all feel the whole time. Have you heard of ESA? No, I have not. A video on what? Oh, sure, yeah. You can put a Minesweeper video, that's fine. Thanks for asking. Don't realize I'm making bad decisions till it's too late. Yeah, I mean, at our level, for sure. It's just you go and hope you're right. Indie Metroidvania? Nice. Sounds fun. I like indie games, and I like Metroidvanias. I gotta start playing some games, chat. Not for the stream. We're past that. We're past that. I'm not gonna play a game. You knew that. You knew that already. Fuck. Pine, what's your challenge? Play me in speed chess. Oh, get ready for the Spelunky 2. Okay. Let me know. Let me know when you figure it out. See, the thing is, obviously Pine beat me there twice, but it's not like Pine's amazing at speed chess, no offense. He did beat me twice, I recognize that. But you know what I mean? If it was like a 1v1 in Dark Souls, yeah. But speed chess, I'm pretty confident I could beat him at least once, if we played enough. 5 minutes might be different. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to move it up like a minute each time. See what a 2-minute game would be like. 1 minute is just, yeah, it's so fast. It's so fast. Chat, I like my new mic a lot because I do like how it sounds, but honestly, the biggest improvement, having a boom arm, which is just this thing attached to my table instead of using my desk stand, is amazing. It's so nice. I can get it right up clean. I can lean back in my chair and bring it with me without the audio sounding terrible. It's also like, now that it's the boom arm and it just hangs down, the only thing kind of in my way of looking at my screen is just the microphone, which is not that big. Where before, I would have like my mic stand, my pop filter, like it just, everything was in the way, and I had to have it like in front of me. So I was always kind of like looking around it to get to my screen. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. It'll be a better test tomorrow, or I guess today, later today, when I stream. All right, chat. I'm gonna go fill up my water, so I'm gonna be right back. We'll just keep the chill vibes going, but I'm just gonna get some water, so I'll be right back. All right. Alright, sorry. I am back. Is this bonus content or replacement stream? This is bonus content. I gave a little explanation before. Mostly, wanted to test out if I could still get viewers at this time. Which honestly, the stream is doing better right now. I mean, usually, I don't know. Usually after a few hours of streaming, I have more viewers than this because Joseph Anderson ends his stream and hosts me. But that doesn't really count. I mean, I'm happy for it. I appreciate it. It helps me a lot. But it's not the same as like building my own viewer base, you know? Yeah, I'd like to pull some more of these in. I'll have to ask my wife tomorrow if I woke her up. We have done some stuff to like soundproof a little better. But obviously if these night streams ever like ruin her life, they're not worth it. But yeah, no, I've always enjoyed doing night streams. I think maybe with night streams, I just can't play games. Or if I play a game, it has to be a chill-ass game. because at least in our current setup, while there is definitely separation between the office and her, like her right now, like we have office, our living room, and our bedroom, right? That's like the order of things, you know, far left, middle, right. So there's separation between where I am right now and where she is right now. But like if I'm yelling, if I'm getting hyped and doing a challenge, then that noise is traveling. And then I'm waking her up. So yeah, I think the secret is, yeah, if I do these late night streams every once in a while, some supplement, some supplement streams, any game I'm playing has to be a chill one. Has to be chill. Don't have work and it's 9 a.m. What else do I have to do? Fair. You sound almost identical to me. Yeah, where it's like not really having an accent, but kind of having an accent. Like it's accentless until you hit an O. And then you say, oh. Oh, I dropped something. It was an overreaction. All right, chat. What do you want to talk about? I have a few thoughts. This is an interesting month for me, as I'm turning old. I'm turning old this month. That's for podcast true. What do I think of Rousseau? What do I think of Rousseau? Of course, you're talking about Jean-Jacques Rousseau, correct? Writer of Discourse of Inequality and the Social Contract. Of course, yes. I think, obviously, his influences from the Enlightenment movement in Europe touches his work quite a bit. I appreciate his increased focus on subjectivity, as objectivity is stupid, and very much enjoyed his introspection that really has later characterized modern writing. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm turning 30. Yep. Well, I went on Wikipedia. So, I mean, I went on Wikipedia and just read the first 4 lines. It's quite an easy fake. Bad news for you, the CDC defines young people as 24 and under, so you've been old for a while. What did you go for school? English, majored in English, minored in history. The rest, a mystery. I almost minored in communications. Hey, Yako. Majored in gaming. So I've talked about this a bunch. I think that, look, the reality is there's not a lot you can do with an English major. There's some things you can do with an English major, but not nearly as much as maybe you think when you graduate with one, where you're like, hey, I'm a jack of all trades. I can do everything. That's what I thought. That's what I hoped. it wasn't the reality. A lot of places were like, no, if you're playing for a marketing job, we want you to have a marketing degree, you dumb fuck. Like, Jesus, all right. You didn't need to swear at me. But now that I'm a video essayist, I'm literally doing what I did in college. What I do for my job is what I did for 4 years in college. I'm prepared beyond belief. It's amazing. I like, yes, I didn't need a degree to become a YouTuber, but the practice I got that 4 years has really prepared me to do this stupid shit I do for a job. Any suggestions for some who also did that and graduated not too long ago? It depends what you want to do. So you're an English major, graduated not too long ago. I think that's the thing, is like, a lot of places of jobs you might want, whether it be marketing or advertising, like, they're gonna want someone with a marketing or advertising major. If you can somehow get your foot in the door and impress them, you can probably get a job in those things. It depends what you want to do, though. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, the advice I got from a lot of people was do an internship. And I was like, ugh. Kind of stuck in that hole. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. Any suggestion? It depends what you want to do. I mean, if you majored in English, I'm sure a bunch of people told you to be a teacher. I don't know where you stand on that. Night, Rusty. I think a hard time to be a teacher for sure. Just made it someone in 5 moves in 5 minutes speech test. Nice. I can't, like, imagine getting into that profession right now with COVID. Sounds rough. I think ultimately, sometimes you ready for some life advice with Raz? This is for all of you, not just Icron. And feel free to disregard every fucking word of it. I think sometimes the things we're most passionate about and the things we like the most, we hope will be our job. And I think that goes a lot for people who majored in liberal arts, who majored in English, who majored in history. And there are certainly jobs out there that use those skills. You know, if you major in English, you're probably a good writer. And if you knock on enough doors, not real doors, that's not how it fucking works, but I mean, the reality of it is, if you have enough connections and can get enough, like, informal meetings or interviews, and you can prove that your writing's good, you can probably get a job. You know, there's things you can do for sure. But sometimes the reason we get into a major or studying anything is like a genuine passion for that thing. And that passion isn't gonna be met by a job necessarily. I got into being an English major because I liked writing. Like, I wanted to write short stories. I wanted to write breakdowns of stories. And like, that's why I started YouTube. I didn't, maybe for a couple minutes I thought that I would be able to make it on YouTube, but like, for the first 5 years of it, I was just like, I just want to do this because it's fun. Would you say that YouTube was a hobby that took off for you? For sure. No, my YouTube journey was, it was a hobby for a while, then in 2018, 2019, I made a push. I had a few videos take off, and then I started doing a bunch of work with Jesse Garasha, who's edited a bunch of videos on the channel, and and we were trying to make it work for like not quite a year, but a handful of months. And then found that any joy we were having in making stuff was gone. And then I put out Gaming for Non-Gamer for fun. I was just like, this might be my last video for a while. I think it's a good time. I didn't think people would like it. I thought a few friends would find it interesting. And yeah, then what I thought, then it became my job. So I will say I did have a period. I went like 5 years having it just be a hobby, and then like 8 months of really trying to grind it out to be a job. And that was the least happy I've ever been with the channel. Not in terms of output. I think the videos made at that time are good, but like as far as like my mental state at that time, it wasn't, you know. And I think I was not having fun with the channel. That was the big thing. The fun that I was having when it was a hobby, and the fun that I'm having now, that like obviously there is more stress because it's a job, but there's certain things I can lean back on now and be like, well, okay, like I have success. I have people who will watch just about anything, and that makes me a little less worried about it. Like there's still goals I want to hit, but like the first goal is paying rent, and that's been going all right for a while, you know? I don't think intensely pursuing YouTube is necessarily a good idea. Big agree. There's a lot of time and luck involved. Does your voice in your videos sound how it does in your head? A little different. It sounds a little different. Sounds way lower. Yeah. Yeah, we're staying up late tonight. Getting a little deep. Having some combos about real shit. But yeah, so I mean, YouTube was a hobby, and I feel like whenever I tried to turn it into a job is when I was unhappy with it. And then when it became my job, I became happy with it because there wasn't the pressure of it becoming my job. Does that make sense? Maybe it doesn't. God damn it. I gotta turn that up. That sound alert's too low. Fucking crap. Motherfucker. I gotta turn those up. I heard it, but when it goes back and forth, it's just like, oh. No. That's I added sound alerts, so you can give bits. I haven't really talked about them or tested them out, but you can give bits and some sounds play, and that was one that I added. So partially on the spot of not being there yet and add stress. Yeah. I mean, I imagine it all depends on where you are in the process. But yeah, I feel I'm not trying to act like I don't feel nervous about stuff or how a video will do or if a video idea is good to pursue. Like I have a video I'm working on. I mean, whatever. I'm working on a video that's gonna be like a shout out video to a handful of creators. I don't know if you have seen like Shammy's video on it, or Noodle did one recently of just giving shout outs to small creators, and like I'm really nervous about it. I'm nervous about it not doing well, and it might not do well, but it's also kind of like, does that matter? It's a learning experience if it doesn't. I make chocolate from cacao beans as a hobby, and people have constantly told me I needed to start a business, and the mere mention of that idea makes me so miserable. Yeah. Please just let me have a hobby. So anyway, what I was trying to say before, that big feel chocolate. Sorry, my throat made a noise. Sometimes our passions, sometimes the things we want to study, sometimes the things we major in, yes, they give us skills that we can turn into a job for sure. But the thing we were passionate about, the stories, those don't necessarily need to be jobs. Those can just be things you like to do. If you majored in English and you like writing, write short stories and maybe submit them to magazines, maybe submit them to competitions, maybe try to get them published. But write short stories because you fucking like writing short stories. You know? Passion, interests, hobbies, like those things don't need to be your job. Sometimes passions should just be your passions. It should just be the things you like doing. And if you do choose to monetize them, if you do choose to make them your job, I'm not saying that's the wrong choice. I'm not saying that's a huge mistake. But I don't think that should be the goal. Because a job's a job. And also when you turn your hobbies into a job, your hobbies aren't fun in the same way. Your hobbies just aren't fun in the same way. I don't get to play video games normally anymore, and I know that sounds, please be like, fuck you, Raz, shut the fuck up. That's fine. If you want to be like that, that's fine. But yeah, I don't play games for fun anymore. That doesn't mean I don't have fun playing games. I definitely have fun playing games, but it's just different. I have to be looking at them through, can I talk about this? If I do talk about this, what would I talk about this? I'm usually also recording them, so sometimes I have to think of like, oh, should I get a shot here? You know, it's not something I can do to relax. And that's changed my hobby. So I'm needing to try to get new hobbies to fill in my time, outside of videos and video games. And don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful for my job. I like that I get to play video games and talk about video games for my job. That's cool. But your brain can only take so much. You know what I mean? Your brain can only handle so much shit and so much work. And if your brain is starting to view everything you do as a hobby as work, it's gonna just get burnt out. You don't have no content games? Not really. Sometimes some multiplayer games, I guess. The thing is, the games that I talk about in videos are the ones I'm usually most interested in. I equate it to needing time alone in a relationship. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a great point. In a relationship, it's not just time alone, it's also time seeing, and when I say seeing other people, I don't mean dating other people. Teach their own, whatever. I just mean, like, you can't get everything a human needs from one person. You know what I mean? Like, in life, you need to rely on multiple people. That's just, it's you can't expect one person to be able to meet every single, like, emotional need you might have. That's what friends are for. That's why you have multiple friends, you know? Multiple people to talk to about different things that you can help each other with. And I think jobs and hobbies are the same. If you're always doing the same hobby and it's your job and it's all you do, you're gonna fucking hate it one day. It's not a bad thing to do what you love, but when you do it, it's easier to burn out. Yeah, for sure. This has the vibe of a house party that's dying down and everyone's just chilling. Harry, that is the best fucking description of what I'm going for that I've ever fucking heard. Thank you. Hey, woo. The music's off. You've turned off the stereos. There's a guy in the corner who's just not playing a song on guitar, but you're just kind of picking at the strings. Hey, One Carnival. Definitely know that lately I used to stay inside a lot, but now it's like, man, let me get out, let me see the homies, yeah. Unfortunately, I have not been able to see homies much at all. He's teaching a girl how to play Wonderwall. I miss that vibe, Harry. I miss that vibe. I'll be honest with you. Thanks for the perfect breakdown of the stream. You understand it better than I ever could. But that's the vibe of what we're doing. Godzilla or King Kong? Like in a fight? I mean, Godzilla would win. No worries. Yeah, you have a good one. Obligation creates reluctant, yeah. What's this music? This is Stardew Valley. It's a Stardew Valley relaxing playlist. Which is good shit. Just vibing. Just vibing. Hi, huge appreciation for your bits. Thank you. First time here, and I'm here for these vibes. Thank you. Sorry, I was just zoning out for a second. Zelda Lo-Fi on the brain. Zelda Lo-Fi's great, but I'm in the Stardew mood. I can't switch. Zelda Lo-Fi's a little too much for I think the vibe I'm going for right now. Weaponized Yeet, thank you for hanging out. Hope this helped. Yeah, I hope this helped unwind some. Anyway, chat, I'm turning 30 this month. I've tweeted it out, but right now it is a race between me turning 30 and my YouTube channel turning 500,000. Right now, currently, if I continue to gain subs at the rate that I've been gaining them, which I probably won't, because sub growth goes down after you put out a video, right? And I don't know if my next video will blow up. We'll see. I'm on pace to like hit it exactly on my birthday. We'll see though. We'll see. I don't think I will, because I think my sub growth's gonna slow down. But that'd be pretty fucking pog. Yeah, YouTube's been going great. I've been happy with it. My channel definitely slowed down a bit over the summer, because I think that happens to a lot of people from what I looked into. So I was a little nervous about that. I think also this summer especially was just slow after a while, because like in March and April and May my channel fucking was bopping, like just bopping, because I think everyone was at the start of quarantine, and then I think summer hit, people probably started going outside some, and also we're just tired of watching YouTube all the fucking time. So it's slowed down some, but now it's kind of picked back up, which has been nice. That's the hard thing about YouTube, is like you know, a normal job, you make X amount of money every month. Or for how many hours you worked, you make X amount of money. Nagio, thank you for the sub. Thank you. I appreciate you. But with YouTube, it's like you'll make a lot of money in a few months and then not much money over a couple other months. So you have to like train your brain to be like, this is okay. This is okay. The way this is happening is okay. Looking at you, January ad revenue. See, Janet, I mean, the way stuff is measured, for those who aren't familiar, I guess, there's this thing called CPM, which is for every 1,000 monetized views your videos get, you get that amount of money. And yeah, the CPM between December and January for me, like halved. Like when January comes around, halved. It was half as much as December. And that's because, I mean, November, December are big months for companies to spend on advertisements because of the holidays and all that. So it makes sense. And then January, like, they're all out of money and replanning their financial structure for the next year, so they don't spend nearly as much. But yeah. I swear this January was a lot better for me than last January. I don't know if it's that my channel's being a little favored or things are weird because of COVID or what. I really don't know. But it was a little better. But it's still half. The creators in the scene you look up to / want to meet? I mean, yeah, there's lots of people I look up to. People I want to meet is a little hard. People I want to meet are like people I know. So at this point, I have lots of friends in the space already. Some of them are like, some of them I met already. And some I haven't. But yeah, I mean, I would really like at some point in the near future to meet Pine. I'd like to meet Jacob Geller. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of cool people who I've gotten to know. Yako, let's fucking hang. When COVID's done, dude, let's fucking chill. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Lots of people I like and look up to. And a lot of people I've been lucky enough to like become acquaintances and friends with, and I think meeting them would be really cool. There's some people I look up to who I don't think I want to meet right now, right? Like, I really like what Jakey does. I really like Nikki Jakey's work, but he doesn't know me. If I just met him, like in person or something, that'd be fucking awkward. I'd be so embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, there's just some people who I don't know, who I'm not acquainted with, that if I met them in person, ooh, no thank you. But I love their work. I like their personality, but I'm just too awkward. What about the Super Bowl? I mean, you're from Wisconsin, so like, I assume you're a Packers fan. I'm not watching the Super Bowl because of that. I'm trying to measure growth, but there's so many variables. Yeah, hard to compare the present to the past. Yeah. Running a tabletop campaign and based a lot of my setting material on themes brought up in Jacob's videos. Nice. So like haunted house stuff, is that what you mean? Like spaces that are alive, but it's actually the people who are hunted? Maybe for the ads, yeah. Okay. Maybe, yeah, it might be some football stuff. And doing chess puzzles, beat a guy in like 4 moves. Nice. I'm trying to think of other people I'd like to meet. I don't know. I mean, there's some... I don't know. I'd like to... I technically met him I met Gerard, the completionist, at SGC. I went to SGC a few years ago, and I met Gerard. But like I didn't really have a presence, so it's not like he knew me as a creator. But now, as like we've gotten to know each other a bit and become mutuals, I'd really love to hang out with him because he's just like the nicest fucking dude. Donkey. I don't want to meet Donkey. Is he in the Madison area now? I know he's still in Wisconsin, and I don't think he's still in Milwaukee. But I feel like I've seen him film shit that is very clearly in Madison, and I'm like, this is weird. I don't want to meet Donkey because I'm afraid that if I meet Donkey, like, the persona is gone. Like, I don't want there to be a chance that Donkey's like normal at all, you know? I'd rather have him be the entertainment that I've viewed him as since I've heard about him. Does that make sense? Your icon's in the Donkey's copy video. Nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Donkey is kind of just a weird dude always, you know? I think he's a shy person and comes off a little awkward and weird probably. But yeah, I don't know. Just imagine like shaking Donkey's hands. Any thoughts? Not that I necessarily want to say on stream. I mean, there's so much in that situation that is messy and weird. I think at the surface level, you know, if I know he had his whole response, right? At the surface level, I think, regardless of any of the deeper accusations, I think it's really not a good idea to have that sort of setup of having those kinds of interactions with fans. I think that's a bad breach of trust and of power, and is problematic. That's all I'll say on it. But you know, I have not done a ton of research in every single aspect of it. But what I can say is, yeah, I think that's a bad thing to do. Like, don't, if you are a creator, you should not be creating those situations between you and your fans. Favorite Disney movie? Aladdin, probably. Aladdin's just a classic. All the songs in it good. Love the background music. Yeah, it's Stardew Valley. Gotta go. See you, Electro. Hey, I'm glad I could help. This does have a Minecrafty sound to it. But yeah, Aladdin's just so good. The music in it is good. Robin Williams is just... he's Robin Williams. It's hard to beat. I don't know if Pirates of the Caribbean counts for what you're asking, but that's up there too. What have you been playing recently? I've been juggling a few games. So every Sunday I've been playing Hollow Knight, which is a lot of fun. I just beat Cyber Shadow, which was pretty solid. I'm playing Kentucky Route Zero, which I made a tweet about yesterday. I'm struggling a bit with it. It's not a bad game. I just thought I would like it a lot more. You know? I thought I would like it more. So I'm a little bummed that I'm not enjoying it as much as I am. I've not played Neon Abyss. I'm playing this downhill game, this downhill mountain game. I think that's what it's called. And that's kind of fun. It's like a biking game. It's kind of like Trials, but more open. Yeah. I think I'm either about to start Death Stranding or Horizon Zero Dawn. Not sure which one first. Maybe Horizon Zero Dawn, because I do have a video idea that I want to do. But yeah. It's not Descenders. No, it's not Descenders. It's a different one. Try to pass out. Hey, Archer, have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. I've not... I watched Noodle's video. The indie game one. Talked about Short Hike. Bless. Was going to play that today, but have not. Ooh. Noodle's video on Crunch Culture is very good. If you haven't watched that. I imagine a lot of you had. Yeah. Played Hellblade. Love Hellblade. Looking forward for the non-gamer series. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm slower on that. I want to post other stuff. Got other stuff to post. But, you know, we'll have a new episode of that every couple months. That's my hope. Is like every 4 to 5 months will be a new episode. I guess I'm due on that then, but it'll be a little longer. I don't know. I'm trying to release other stuff because I don't want to just rely on that. Games this year that you're looking forward to. I don't really know. What's coming out this year? Thanks for the hydrate. Silksong. Yeah, I mean, if it actually comes out, I'm hyped for Silksong. Sorry to bump my mic. Hypnospace Outlaw? Hell yeah. 2 people have played it. You noodle. I don't know what AAA games are coming out. Ragnarok, I guess. That looks kind of good. I mean, there's nothing about it, but I liked the first one, so I guess I'll probably like that. Ghostwire. Ooh, yeah. That game looked weird and kind of cool. Ghostwire Tokyo. That's like the Dark Souls Japan game, right? Or Ragnarok. Are you asking that, Pine? I don't think Ragnarok is for sure this year, but they made it seem like it would be. Elden Ring ain't coming out this year. Elden Ring isn't coming out this year. Come on. God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, Hellblade 2, I guess, right? Senna Sacrifice, I enjoy that. I'm pretty sure Hellblade 2 is coming out this year. Yeah, honestly, I'm not excited for any games this year. My finger is not on the pulse as much as it normally is, and I also feel like there just aren't a ton of obvious AAA games yet. I think Bomber Cyberpunk, no idea what that is, but title sounds cool. Oh yeah, that kind of looked kind of cool from those things. I too am a non-gamer. Wife of gamer. And there's not a lot of co-op games that work for both of us. Ooh yeah, I wanted to play Sackboy. I mean, I don't have a PS5, but Sackboy looked kind of cool. Is it on PS4? Do you guys think Cyberpunk can be redeemed like No Man's Sky? Or is it doomed to be seen as a failed game? I mean, for some people it was redeemed immediately because it worked on their computer, because they had a high-end PC. So they had a great experience and loved it. I think the disaster of the launch will always stick with them. The lives that the company has made in marketing will always stick with them, and obviously the intense crunch that they put their employees through will always stick with them. CD Projekt Red had a ton of built-up faith in them from the Witcher series, and they have used all of it up. So it'll be interesting to see how things go from here. Do I think Cyberpunk will be seen as a good game in a year? Yeah. I think once more people can play it how it's meant to be played, people will be like, yeah, it was a good game. Do you have a perfect game? Yeah, Outer Wilds. It's called Outer Wilds. Do you play many strategy games? No. Played Age of Empires when I was younger, if that counts. I've never really gotten into Civ, but Civ looks pretty good. See, Project Red has to seek so many funds from investors. They own the second most popular PC game store. Yeah, I have no idea. Perfect game should always be subjective. Of course. Yeah. Of course. Really like Cyberpunk on PC. It's a pretty nice game. Yeah, I haven't played it. I don't have a PC really good enough to run it well. Also, I'll be honest with you, I'm not super interested in the game. It seems like the kind of game I don't really like. Oh yeah, Deathloop. Deathloop looks really cool. But yeah, Cyberpunk doesn't seem like a game I'd like a ton. And I also like am kind of mixed on the Cyberpunk aesthetic in general. Not to say that is bad. Not to say that it's bad. I don't know. I'm not in love with it the way a lot of people are. You know? And that's okay. That's okay. We do love time loops. 12 minutes, yeah. We do love anything with a time loop. Love Cyberpunk setting in the Blade Runner movies. Yeah, some people really like it. It's not my favorite setting. So it is what it is. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to use this year right now to catch up on a lot of games that I've missed. Annapurna, yeah. Ooh, yeah, a game I am actually looking forward to, Marquette. Marquette looks pretty good. An Annapurna game. Looks quite good. Seems kind of like Subliminal, if Superliminal, rather, not Subliminal, Superliminal. First 5 on my list, what do you mean? I feel about Cyberpunk the way I feel about a lot of settings that have punk at the end. Only really a lot of cool stuff to chew into with them, but a lot of folks like it first deck only. Yeah, so I agree with you there for sure. I think I've talked about it a few times. A friend of mine was running a tech noir game with me and another buddy, which is essentially, you know, a cyberpunk tabletop game. And yeah, we didn't necessarily get into the super deep stuff, but there's so many themes of corporations and what is humanity, and all these various ideas and themes that cyberpunk can explore. And I think some stuff does it, right? And I'm sure the game does it too. But I don't know. Sometimes I think those stories are best for books. Best for books or tabletop games where you can really like dig into it in a way that a video game just never will be able to. Look forward to Everwild. Old rare games. Oh yeah. I have no idea what that game is, but it looks really pretty. Yeah, so Cyberpunk 2077, the video game is based off the tabletop game. All right, top 5 games that you want to get to this year. I mean, I've said 2 of them already. I really want to play Death Stranding, and I really want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I did this tweet of games that I'll get to. Disco Elysium's another one. There was like a tweet of 4 games that you'll get to this year. Oh, Nier Automata. That's the 4th. So then I need a 5th. Shit. Final Fantasy 6. How about that? I don't so yeah, if you scroll down, you can see my Twitter in the box or whatever. I don't have a command for Twitter. I can add it. Chat, I tweeted it out, and it seems like a lot of people don't get it. Did you read this shit about the Avatar game? The Avatar tabletop game? That everyone seems to be thinking is a video game? Which Final Fantasies have I played? So I've like played or beaten. Anyway, Magpie, who made a really cool tabletop game that haven't played, but I have the book for and read it, called Masks, where you're essentially superheroes. They're developing a Avatar and Korra tabletop RPG. Granted, they announced it kind of... I mean, it makes sense in the context, right? Because it's Magpie Games, and that's what they make. But they said, we're excited to announce we have signed a deal with Viacom CBS to create a role-playing game based on Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. The game will arrive in February 2022, followed with 2 supplements the following year. If you know Magpie Games, you know this is a tabletop RPG, because that's what Magpie Games makes. They don't make video games. But that's the announcement, and I think that it made sense to them to have that be the copy, right? Because they're like, everyone who follows us knows that we make games, but it got spread so far to so many fans who have no idea who Magpie Games are or what they do. So I don't know, I retweeted this and so many responses were like, oh, I'm so excited for this game, or the other Avatar games I played were so garbage. It's like, well, I mean, if you don't like tabletop RPGs, you're not gonna like this. But not what you think it is, which is interesting. Are you planning on always being without a face? I have no plans to do a face reveal. Yeah, no plans. I think at some point for streams, I kind of genuinely want to get a VTube thing. I don't know. I think it'd be just have a... Yeah, be a V streamer, have a bag. I'd be super... I mean, it'd be relatively easy. Could be kind of emotive. And I think something like this, it'd be nice to not just have it be... I mean, chat. Don't get me wrong. I'm having fun. We've had a good audience here. 100 people for 2 hours and 20 minutes. You guys have been staring at a fucking static image. Maybe you have me tabbed out. God, I hope you do. Maybe you're playing a video game. but this stream has been a static fucking image the whole time. Except for like the 5 minutes that I played chess. It's just a podcast. So I feel like if I had a... You know, for maybe not for this stream, but at some point, for certain circumstances, had a little VTube persona, that'd be kind of nice. Screen is so cozy. Yeah, maybe I'll work on getting some small bits of this animated too. The issue is that the artist isn't an animator. Yeah. listen to a podcast of this. Yeah. Do you do art? No. I don't. Lo-fi Sega would be neat, yeah. Chat room days of old. My chat room? Or just chat room days of old, like general? I wish I could do art, but I'm quite a bad artist. It's my zodiac sign, Pisces. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hyped for the tabletop Avatar game. I've wanted to play it for a while. I like have theory crafted a bunch of 5e games and how to run them in an Avatar setting, and it's always bad. So hopefully they find a good way to do it. Have you played Hades? Yeah, game of the year. I've not played any Deus Ex games, no. I think I maybe like them. Is Hades really that good? Yeah. I don't know how to describe it. It's okay. I think there are different kinds of goods. Where when I think about some games, I think about Outer Wilds, right? To me, Outer Wilds, especially Outer Wilds, but other games similar, like Edith Finch, I think falls in this category. Return of the Obra Dinn falls in this category. Obviously, like Breath of the Wild, Shadow of the Colossus, all these games, those like are like transcendental. They're that good games for me, at least. They have changed how I view the world. They mean so much to me. They mean so fucking much to me. Hades doesn't necessarily mean that much to me, but like as far as execution and doing everything right, it just does everything right. It does it all. The animations are nice, the gameplay loop's really good, it's got a good story, everything is good. It's a near perfect execution for a game. Have you tried any VR games? Yeah, I've tried some. Yeah, I actually made a video on it. I actually did a VR video. Goes a little too fast, too long. Yeah. I like the pace of it, but, you know, to each their own. To each their own. Yeah, very good voice acting. Do you think there could be an Outer Wilds multiplayer game? I don't know how it would work. But yeah, I'm sure you could pull it off. You know, have like two people be going at the same time. I expect you to die. I've not. Sounds interesting. Anyway, I think Hades is just really good. That's the best way to describe it. It's not like change your life good, but it's just like, this is really fun. I'm enjoying this gameplay loop. I want to keep playing it. It's a good thing to go back to. That's what Hades is. It's escape room where you play as 007. Interesting. Have to be different from Journey though. Yeah. I mean, it would have to be a lot different. I think part of the thing with Outer Wilds, what makes it so good is being able to do things at your own pace and you know, because of the openness of the game, you are really crafting your experience. Sorry. You're really crafting your own experience. And when you have two people, it becomes less personal, less unique, I think. In some ways. Maybe not, unique might be the wrong word, but less personal for sure. I think the goals of the game would have to be incredibly different. Yeah, play it. Play it. Good game. Important game. Thank you for the hydrate. Going to bed, but what the absolute fuck are you doing? Was that last night that you made a tweet saying you were going to bed at midnight, or is that tonight? Because what the fuck are you doing, dude? Oh, shit. I thought I caught you. I don't know. I'm fucking averaging 100 viewers. It wasn't supposed to work this way. Here's what I thought was going to happen, is that I'd be averaging 40 viewers and be like, well, I can't stay for long. And then people were like, Raz, actually, this is the only time we want to watch you stream. We don't want to watch you at 2. Who the fuck wants to watch you in the middle of the afternoon, dude? Why? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make a dedicated nighttime stream. Have like a theme each nighttime about deep topic we talk about. Taking questions. You know? Yeah, and let the oceanic folk actually be awake for a fucking stream. Morning streams are best, usually not anyone else streaming. Yeah, I've been sometimes, I mean, yeah, when I get up or whatever, sometimes I'll just put on Twitch to have some noise. And I've noticed some people really popping off in those morning slots in a way that I wouldn't expect. You know? I know, fucking, what's his name? Steven Suptic? Is that his name? He used to work, I mean, he's done a lot of internet shit. But he's like the Sugar Pine 7 shit, yeah. He's like started streaming in that slot in the morning, just playing Among Us with people. And like, it's just a name that I recognize, so I like take note of it. And over like the last 3 months, his average has gone from like 2K to 10K. It's wild. A lot of people looking for morning entertainment as they are at work, sipping on their coffees. You know, getting ready to take a fucking morning dump. You know how it goes. Play Among Us at 9 a.m. No. No fucking shot. I feel like you should plug your Twitter and Twitch a bit more on your channel. I found you only when Jacob Geller retweeted your stuff. Yeah, maybe. I try to do it subtly though. Here's the other thing. I'm trying to be cautious with how I plug myself. Did that sound weird? I'm trying to be cautious with how I plug my channel. I want my stream to grow. I want my Twitter to grow. And I'll be honest, I do think my YouTube audience is... It didn't sound weird until you asked if it sounded fair. I think my YouTube audience... I mean, here's the thing. There's over 400,000 subs. And obviously not all of them watch every video. A lot of them probably don't even remember who I am. That's how it goes. But when you have a big audience... While I do think a lot of them are probably like on the chill level, you know what I mean? I think if you like my stuff, you know what I mean? You're probably just at a certain level of chill. Maybe that's a wrong assumption. I'm not saying everyone who likes my stuff has the same personality, but I don't know. There's certain types of people that I wouldn't want in my Twitch chat, I guess, who I can't imagine would watch my YouTube videos. But I just want to be careful with how I plug my YouTube. Usually pretty chill, yeah. I want to be careful with how I plug my YouTube. Because I don't want my stream to get too flooded. But I do think I've tested out like mini announcements in videos and through the community tab that I feel like I can't, you are right, I can do a little bit more, and I would probably benefit from that and not have things kind of be out of my control. That's fair. Your base is probably a little different than XQC's. Yep, I hope so. Certainly some overlap, but the vibes are vastly different. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's people who are fans of both, but I'm saying you're right. The XQC fans who I wouldn't really want to deal with during my streams are probably not coming to my streams. Yeah. Oh. I mean, if I were making XQC money, I'd be okay with it. Just do that for a few years and then delete your channel. And then make a new small stream that no one knows you by the name of. Turn off your cam. Just a big wall of emotes half the time. Gonna go sleep. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Just make the money and then go back to the nice quiet stream. I mean, you could, right? You could. People would figure it out probably. But like, you could probably get away with it. I mean, here's the thing. It all depends on how he spends his money. But XQC doesn't need to keep streaming. XQC doesn't need to work again. Sorry, I thought I heard a noise. I think it was just my own chair. Or did someone play a sound alert? But yeah, he doesn't need to stream again. He could retire. He could quit. And he'd be fine. Like, he doesn't need to work. But obviously, you know, he wants to. I think he likes doing it. He likes the grind of it. It'd be news, yeah. Hello, Burgermeister. How you doing? Do you think that a AAA game could be made for free? As in, groups of modders, artists, developers got together on the internet and decide to make a game in their free time. Good hear. No. No. Like, you're saying something that's the quality of a AAA game? Maybe from YouTube videos, which is super impressive. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I stream too. I'm less well spoken in my streams. but we still have a fun time. I think technology would become an issue, because like what makes games expensive, sure, part of it is paying employees, but also part of it is, you know, having computers and programs good enough to run it all, enough things to render stuff out. I don't know. I think you know, I guess if you have an infinite amount of monkeys in a room, you'll eventually get Shakespeare, right? but yeah, I don't think it'd be possible to organize, and I think it had to be tons and tons of man hours for something that might never pay off. Bam. A little more well spoken with the script, just a little, just tiny bit, teeny bit, just a little. That to still be a AAA game by the time it comes out. That, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, you can make a 2020 AAA game that comes out in 2040. Can't just throw money and time at a game and make it succeed. Yeah. And you could crowdfund. True. What's that game that's never coming out? The space game. Star Citizen. Yeah. Which, you know, I know is playable. So, but still, what a weird fucking thing that's just brought in so much money. The Last Night would come out. What's The Last Night? Fuck, I can't type. Oh, yeah, this looks rad. I want to play this. Yo. Pixar game just got announced like 6 years ago, but keeps getting delayed. Too bad. You think it could be done, albeit extremely hard and time consuming? I don't know. I mean, think about this. The Last of Us Part 2, maybe that's a bad example. Whatever. The Last of Us Part 2 was in development for like 5 years. You know? I think God of War remake was in development for 4 years. And these are organized teams of paid workers of hundreds. Teams of hundreds. Like the way that you could get stuff done quicker is by adding more people, right? That's the benefit of your idea, right? Is you have tons and tons of people that could be part of it, but then you have to organize those people. You have to make sure that they can all communicate, they know what part of it they're doing. So then you have to have like middle managers that are managing all these different teams that then communicate. It would just be so much. It would just be so much to try to accomplish. In theory, I suppose it's possible. It depends on the size and scope of the AAA game, for sure. Hollow Knight is pretty much a AAA game, in my opinion. If I didn't look at the credits, I wouldn't know 3 people made it. I mean, it's got the quality of it, I guess. I mean, I don't know though. What's considered a AAA game? I mean, what do we actually call a AAA game? What did the A stand for? You know what I mean? Because, like, informal classification used for video games produced and distributed by a mid-sized or major publisher, typically having higher development and marketing budget. Yeah. Increments of $20 you spend. Is creating content for YouTube and Twitch your daytime job, or is this a side project? YouTube is my job. Twitch is my side project. But I guess it's kind of, I mean, it's all partly trying to just find, I mean, originally I started doing Twitch as a hobby, and then more recently I've kind of been like, oh, it can be a little more paid of a hobby. I've been trying to grow it some. But yeah, I don't know. It's good to have different different sources of income that aren't all YouTube. More A's, more money. Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, I don't think I'd ever look at a platformer or a 2D game as AAA. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's right. That's just my perception. And I understand how dumb that is, right? But if you handed me new Super Mario Bros., right? The 2D Mario games, the newer ones, if you release a new one tomorrow, I'd be like, that's a AA game. That's a AA game. I know it's selling better than Odyssey or whatever the fuck. But that's a AA game. Make it 3D, AAA game. Does AAA even matter at this point? I don't know. What is your favorite way to support me? My favorite way, I mean, watch my videos, share my videos with people. If you're saying what way of supporting me, like, directly supports me the most, it would be donos. Yeah, it would be donos on Twitch, probably. Because Patreon takes a cut. Subs, Twitch gets half of subs. Twitch gets some bits. If you're talking financially, the dono button's the best way. But if you're talking channel-wise, yeah, sharing my shit. Here's how it works: you give a Rasputin video to 5 friends, and then you tell those 5 friends that they need to find 5 friends. All right, and then those 5 friends tell their 5 friends that they need to give it to 5 friends. But yeah. Anyway, well, so I let you know, great job. Always like your videos, but as a game dev, I learned a lot from your non-gamer series. Hey, thank you. Some really important eye-openers in those gems. Hey, I'm glad that they helped your process as a game dev, and just that you found them enjoyable in general. Appreciate that. It's a fun series to make. Scam Butin at it again. What are your thoughts on Leadhead, the creator? I'll be honest, I don't know enough about Leadhead to have thoughts on Leadhead. I've seen a few videos. Seems solid. You a fan? This shit's been taken off. I mean, I remember seeing a video not super long ago where he said I hit 100K or whatever. So good for him. See you, man. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. 2D equals AA, 3D equals AAA. Does that mean Deathloop? Well, so that's not necessarily it, right? 2D by a major developer equals AA. 3D by a major developer equals AAA. Who's making Deathloop? Because that might be a AA studio. Do you have some sort of education on writing or game theory? I majored in English. I majored in English, so I have education on literature and writing. Besides making game, okay, then it's AAA. Well, are they making Deathloop or are they producing it? Arcane is making it, right? I mean, I feel like Deathloop, I wouldn't consider, from what I've seen, I would not call that a AAA game. I would call that a AA game. But I understand that it's all semantics and it's all stupid, and I'm stupid. So it is what it is. Said you're an English major, recommend any books? I don't know that I have any recent recommendations. What do you like to read in general? Yeah, what do you like to read? Invisible Cities, have not read. Dictionary's quite interesting. All the way to C, bro. Always recommend Terry Pratchett. Yeah, I haven't. What have I read by Terry Pratchett? We were talking about this earlier. Someone brought up Terry Pratchett. I have not read a ton. I read one of the Discworld books. Now that I think about it, it was a girl. It was about a girl. It was pretty good. Terry Pratchett's just like so clever. Like just the writing style is so clever. I don't know. Yeah. The itty bitty, the wee free man. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know. I'm a big Patrick Rothfuss fan. I really like Name of the Wind. You know, I get if you don't, or if you don't want to get into it because it's, you know, never gonna end. Maybe. There's a whole series with her in it. Yeah, I only read the first one, but I liked it. It'd be bad to call the game AAA, but I don't know what to label it. What words? I would just say like a mid-sized game, right? Because yes, Bethesda's producing it, but like, you know, Sony published Journey, right? Sony published Journey. Would you call Journey a AAA game? I think if you just say, you know, mid-sized game with funding, right? Hello? What, Mitch? I'm just testing to see if people will watch my stream at weird times. There's actually more of a story to it. Would I call Lords of Fallen AAA? So I haven't played it, so it's hard for me to know enough about it. Published, okay. From what I've seen, no, I wouldn't call that a AAA game. Yeah, I was gonna play Short Hike, Harrow Hinge, but then I didn't. 340. But then I didn't. I was gonna play it, but I didn't. We just vibed. We just chilled. It's been a good time. We've listened to the Stardew Valley remix twice. Yeah, I've played a Short Hike before. I was just gonna replay it and chill, but this is the right time, 5 p.m. Yeah. Sometimes I think I'm a reader because I've read more books than my friends and people start talking about books and I realize that I'm very much in a medieval fiction fantasy comfort zone. That's fair. You like what you like. That's okay. Books I would recommend though. I mean, House of Leaves is kind of a classic weird book that I think if you like games, a book like House of Leaves is actually kind of pog, because it's kind of a game. It takes the kind of engagement, the same kind of engagement you'd have to give to like a walking sim. Consider framing Lords of the Fallen as the first AAA Souls-like. I've seen some articles refer to it as such, but not sure if that's misleading. I don't know, yeah. Do you like jazz? I don't know that I'd call it AAA, but I'm not familiar enough with it. But it had big funding, and the hardest game I've ever beaten is, I don't know. What's the hardest game I've ever beaten? I really don't fucking know. Sans Undertale. I beat Sans. Yeah, I beat Sans Undertale. That was hard. I don't know. Benefadio was pretty hard. So here's what's hard. Here's what's hard about it is you find a game really hard when you're playing it, and then you beat it, and then it's dog shit easy. Dark Souls is easy. It was hard when I played it for the first time, but now it's like not that hard. Hardest game is Doki Doki. Zelda 2 is pretty hard, actually. Zelda 2 is pretty fucking hard. Hey man, I'm DMing my first D&D game in a couple days. It's all our first D&D game. I'm a little nervous. I was wondering if you had any tips. You're DMing for the first time. Well, A, congratulations, you got a group together and you're playing D&D. That's awesome already. You know, be proud of yourself. You got a game together. I don't know if you're homebrewing it or if you're working from a module. What I would say is, if it is all of your first time playing, remember that. Remember that. Like, they haven't played before. They don't have a DM that's better than you. You will be their first DM, and the shit you do, as long as you are being patient with them and attentive to what they're doing, and making sure that when they try to do something, you know, obviously you still want to go within the rules. Don't let them just be like, hey, I killed the troll in one hit, just shit like that. You got a limit, but let them do the cool shit they want to do. Assist them with it, give them their moments to shine, listen to them. As long as you're doing those things, which I think are pretty basic human things, I think it'll go great, and you'll be their first DM, and you'll be perfect because of that, because they don't know what it should be like, and that's okay. And as you guys play more, as you all play more, you'll get better, and they'll never notice the difference. I would say don't be afraid to say, that's a good question, let's look it up, or that's a good question, what do you think's fair? There's going to be times where that's the case, where there's not a perfect way to go about it. But yeah, I think those would be my tips, is just remember the setting that it's in. Remember this is all your first game. They know you're a first time DM. You know they're first time players. There's going to be a level of expectations that go with it, and run your game. Run your own game how you do it. Don't try to be Matthew Mercer. Don't try to be anyone else but you. And have fun. And then after the session, think about, hey, I feel like I flubbed a bit at this part. How could I do that better next time? But yeah. Have you ever thought about making a video /series about super small indie prototypes and stuff? Going to itch.io and see what you can. Maybe. Yeah, that could be fun. I've not thought about that, no. Thanks so much. Yeah. Best of luck, Hen Driver. I don't know. Obviously, that was kind of general, and maybe you were looking for something more granular, right? But I think that's just the approach you got to go with. Is, hey, we're playing D&D. That's fun. I'm learning, you're learning, and just, you know, trusting that if you are presenting situations that are interesting, they're having fun. If you're giving them the chance to do the cool shit they want to do, they'll be having fun. And they won't notice the small little mistakes you make. And you're gonna make mistakes. I've DM'd over 100 sessions, and I make mistakes all the time. Mistakes are like half a D&D. Well, that's because I hide them well. Can we expect a sequel? My wife plays... you mean like another episode of it? Episode 7, you're saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do more of them. I've said it before. I think right now I have like 10 to 12 episodes planned total. Depending on how deep I want to get. And I want to spread them out. I don't want to do too many too quickly. Just because I don't want my channel to be centered around that series. Like it already kind of is, but I want to build out other kinds of content because I think that there's only so far that series can go before it doesn't say anything new. And maybe some people think I already reached that, and that's fine. But I don't think I've reached that, but I do think I will soon. So I have my ideas of what I want to explore. And I think once I get through those, that'll probably be about the end of at least this age of gaming for non-gamer. Not to say that I'll never feature my wife in a video again. Not to say that I'll never have her play games in a video game. In a video again. But it won't be the gaming for non-gamer format. I think that's a limited sort of series that I certainly could do for the rest of my life. Right? I could put out a new video every 2 weeks of my wife playing a new game. I don't think it'd get millions of views, but I think it'd do pretty well. But I have no interest in doing that. I would stop finding that they would just eventually turn into reviews of the game. You know? I don't really want that. Don't feel forced to do voices or anything. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good piece of advice. If you want to do voice, do them. But don't feel forced, yeah. If you think voices will be fun, do them. But if you're doing them because you think you have to, don't do them. Can we still call it gamer for a non-gamer after she blamed her teammates? Like, true and fair. True and fair. What's your dream VR game? One that doesn't make me sick. Because all of them make me sick. I need to get better at it. When's the rest of Bacon for Non-Bacon coming out? I don't know. I actually don't have any plans for an April Fool's video this year. We'll see. I have not played Kingdom Come Deliverance, so no. When are you going to make an hour-long Zelda 2 video? So, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I have on my Patreon, I say once I get to 500 patrons, I'll make a Zelda 2 video. I don't know that I'll ever get to 500 patrons, and I'll probably still make a Zelda 2 video. But that's the joke right now, I guess. If you choose between an amazing Lord of the Rings RPG or an amazing Avatar: The Last Airbender RPG, are you talking about like a tabletop RPG? Or are you talking about a video game RPG? Because a tabletop RPG, an Avatar one's coming out. And I guarantee there's a Lord of the Rings RPG out there already. What type of content is this? You're saying my stream right now? Like a video game. Avatar. just see what it's like, I guess. This is essentially a podcast, I guess. It's a 3-hour podcast where I talk to chat and pretend like I'm going to play a video game at some point, but then never actually do. It's a Razcast. Raz, what do you think of Joseph Anderson? In what capacity? I like Joseph. I like his work. I like watching his videos. Yeah, I don't know. I like how he breaks stuff down. I like a lot of his views on creation, and I think I agree with some of, I don't know. I think I agree with some of his big hot takes. I agree that Mario Odyssey is not that good. I think I disagree with some of his feelings on Breath of the Wild, but also get it. I don't know, yeah. I think I have a lot of similar opinions as Joseph. Probably a fair bit of different ones too, obviously. But yeah, I like Joseph. Also, a nice guy. I mean, still alive, yeah. Nice guy who has been very kind and helpful to me. Talked me through some copyright claim stuff, and has also been really kind and rated my channel a bunch on Twitch and hosts me. Nice guy. A lot of appreciation for Joseph. He's also older than me, which is nice. It's nice to have some popular creators who are growing and successful who are older than me. Because, I mean, we gotta normalize it. You know what I mean? Fuck off, Mitch. We gotta normalize it. We gotta normalize people being older than me. Have you heard of Candy Razzles? No. Sounds good though. Quite cool. There's an Avatar tabletop game that's essentially Katana. Oh, that's interesting. I don't really consider PewDiePie to be one of my contemporaries, like contemporary creators. I don't really think PewDiePie and I are in the same zone, where Joseph and I are in the same zone for sure. PewDiePie makes completely different content than me and has 100 million subs. So yes, he might be older, but we're talking about people in my space, you know what I mean? I'm 29, but sometimes people will be like, "You're 29? Bro, your voice sounds like you're the 12." Meme reviews? Alright, chat. We've been going for 3 hours. I think this is a good time probably to start wrapping it up, but I got the perfect way to wrap it up. Rasputin meme reviews when? It's not a review of memes. We're not going to do a review of memes, if that's what you mean. But I do have a meme review that we can watch. Some of you are going to be familiar with it. Many of you aren't. Oh, shit. Alright, chat. My magnum opus. The best thing I've ever made.
Ludonarrative dissonance is something that has become all too common in the video game industry. Ludo, originating from the English word ludology, which originates from the Latin word ludere, narrative, which originates from the French word narratif, and dissonance, which originates from the American word dissonance, is simply when a ludonarrative has dissonance. As it is something that people are largely familiar with, I figured this would be a good time to talk about my top 10 favorite games with ludonarrative dissonance. So, let's do this. Number 10. Frogger. The classic game Frogger has a lot of ludonarrative dissonance. Number 9. Tetris. I've always been surprised by the amount of ludonarrative dissonance in Tetris. Number 8. Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie contains a huge amount of ludonarrative dissonance. Number 7. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Out of all the games in the Smash series, Melee by far has the most ludonarrative dissonance. Number 6. Mass Effect 2. This game is practically dripping in ludonarrative dissonance. Number 5. Animal Crossing. My favorite villager in the Animal Crossing series has to be Cube. Number 4. Banjo-Tooie. You thought Banjo-Kazooie had a lot of ludonarrative dissonance? Well, Banjo-Tooie has even more. Number 3. Skyward Sword. You knew it, I knew it, we all knew it, that Skyward Sword would be on this list because it has almost all of the ludonarrative dissonance. Number 2. Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3's ludonarrative dissonance derives from the actions of the game's protagonist, Jason Brody, who starts as an immature slacker focused more on partying than anything else, and eventually transforms into an unrelenting killing machine. This descent into madness would be interesting, but it is undermined by how quickly it happens. The narrative tries to establish a sense that Jason is gradually losing his humanity because of how much easier it gets for him to kill, but from the start of the game, it is already pretty easy for him to kill. He plays like Rambo from the onset, derailing any chance of this transformation seeming believable and lessening the overall impact of his descent. Furthermore, the narrative pushes for him to rescue his friends as quickly as possible, but the gameplay pushes for him to hunt animals, climb radio towers, and participate in random delivery missions. Where the gameplay should push him to save his friends, instead there is no urgency, which lowers the stakes of a game that should have very high stakes. Number 1. Fable. Fable has ludonarrative dissonance. Hey, thanks guys for checking out my list. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my next video. Subscribe, like, subscribe. Thanks. Now that I said ludonarrative dissonance a whole bunch, can I be one of the smart people?
Beautiful. My best video. Well, I didn't make it. Baz Rutten made that one. Yeah. Oh god. That shit was fun to make. I made a couple meme videos like that. Here, we'll watch another one. I don't want to watch the whole thing because I did a lot of weird stuff in it. I'm not really in the mood. I don't want to ruin the chill vibe, but I do want to. Oh, fuck. So yeah, I mean, the ludonarrative dissonance one was just like tired of people using buzzwords all the time and not explaining stuff. So that's the purpose of that video. This one. All right, ready? This is like 7 memes in one. What the fuck?
Doki Doki Panic. Pretty much everything there is to say about this great game that was eventually reskinned to be Super Mario 2 has already been said. So with that, thanks for watching.
Yeah, so that's the video, and like for the next 5 minutes, I for a while it's just silence, and then I do some like Revolution number 9 shit of saying poetry and playing music backwards. It doesn't fit the vibe of the stream. I don't want to leave you guys with that, so I'm not gonna you can listen to it on your own time, but I'm not gonna subject you to it. It's just a black screen for a while. And then weird stuff. Alright. I should go to bed. I gotta stream for 3 hours tomorrow. Oh, I was gonna raid Cyril because he was streaming, but he stopped. Tell him to go live again. God damn. I like this stream because it heavily features ludonarrative dissonance. He says he cares about us, but then he leaves. Oh, Cascade, I saw you've said it a few times, but I've just forgotten to respond. I feel nothing about the Mass Effect remaster. I'm gonna wait till more and more comes out about it to see if it's for me. But right now, go live, Steve. Are you trying to get an offline raid? I don't know. It's not gonna convince me to play it. In case I don't see it, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Top 10 movie all time. Bless. You going live, Steve? Fell asleep and woke up 3 times. Terra Ultra, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I was only going to stream for an hour, and then I was only going to stream for 2 hours. Mango's live? You think you could use the fucking raid? I feel like jumping into a Mango stream is the worst choice ever. I think I'm just going to play myself out. We got no raid today. We got no raid today. You don't always need to raid. I don't really want to raid a rando. Have to get up in 3 hours. Yikes. You need the channel points. Oh, fuck. Alright, alright. They're all Australians. Fair and true. Alright, Outer Wilds. I can't raid anyone. I don't know anyone. Alright, we're just gonna raid Steve. Alright, chat. Hopefully you can get your channel points through this. Hey, drop some pogs in the chat. give a Wiz a follow. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope you have a great day and or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.